So, this is a different plan today than what was originally scheduled, but it hopefully will work out. We'll see here. So, I've got, as you can see, I'm not in my normal location, and I am I'm actually in my backyard. And here I got, here's what the view back here is. And it looks gorgeous and everything. I actually wanted to have that as my background, but what happens is you can't see me. So anyway, that's how I've ended up right here. I'm next to the barbecue. We could actually, well, we're not going to do a barbecue show right now. But anyway, so I got my Chromebook out here. I'm able to see your chat, and I just figured we'd hang out for a little bit. And I don't know, just see how this goes. I do want to eventually do some live shows from out here. We're actually on a gaming laptop and have that work. And, who knows? So, but I'm definitely going to try it. Anyway, let's see here. So, we got, I figured we'd kind of go through what's happening. Oh yes. So, the reason for the plan B is because my KVM went out at the end of the show yesterday, and it's pretty required for me to be able to operate the stream machine. I wasn't able to shut off the show yesterday. So the one that I had, it's a little USB KVM, and it was, I don't know, 25 bucks or something like that. Anyway, it's gone out to where about 1 out of 10 times I can get the stream machine keyboard to work. And oh yeah, I have just a little bit of hair. But I can't get it to work reliably, and it has to be able to work reliably. So I ordered a new one. I ordered a professional one. It's about 4 times as much, and it is it'll be here today, but I don't know what time today. So I just figured, okay, well, let's see what we can do here, and just have a good time. So what has happened to well, I bought an IO gear on the new one. The old one was some brand I didn't recognize. So anyway, and some of the joys of being outside, it looks like maybe I'm gonna have the lawn guys are there. Nah, they're just doing somebody else's yard. So this is where I'm at right now, my backyard. Some magnet fishing, perhaps. I thought about that, and I don't know that my Wi-Fi will reach all the way out to the water. I actually have to test that. I've got an okay connection right now, and I'm only at 720p. So, but I don't know if that'll work, and I don't know. I actually don't think I'm going to catch anything here in my backyard. I think we actually need to go someplace else, maybe even out to the front yard. That might be a little bit more likely place. So, hello, Biggie. Good question, Biggie D. He's asking how's things with the house. So, we've applied for a home loan, and I've sent them everything they've asked for. We're not quite in the shape to buy the house yet. We'd actually planned on making an offer in 2 years. And so previously, my landlord had told us that, okay, he was going to sell the house now in March or April. And that just wasn't enough time. So we renegotiated with him, and he won't be selling now until August of next year. And so we got a whole year. and that actually gives us plenty of time to get everything in order. And so we hope to buy the house here, and we will, if if we can. So we just gotta see. Um, I had back in 2010 when I was kicked out of my business, which sounds really just strange. Being CEO of a company and being replaced. Well, it can happen, and it did, and it was because of getting divorced, and so my ex-wife got the company, and that was just really a bad thing that happened, because she had never run the company or anything, and the person that was going to help her run the company was also someone who I was trying to fire for embezzlement, because we had embezzlement of about $280,000 happen, and I was going to fire the person who did it, and unfortunately we couldn't prove that they did it, and they actually tried to blame me for it, and of course that wasn't true, and so I was gonna fire that person, and my ex-wife blocked me in court from firing him because she needed him to run the company after she took it. That was, let's just say, pretty incredible, but that happened, and so I was no longer at the company, and over the next year and a half or so, they completely ran it into the ground, and they owed money that was well over $1 million, and then it was like, okay, so what happened next was when they went out of business, all of the creditors came to me. And so they came to me because I was personal guarantor. I was the person who signed the line saying that I would personally vouch for any debts of the company. I had never planned on me not being in the company, and so I never thought that that would be a problem. And so I ended up with all of the debt, and it came out to 1.2 something million. And so that really screwed my credit. I mean, like, really bad. I mean, of course it would, right? So anyway, I've been, these past years working on all that, paying shit off and everything, and I had to do a bankruptcy, and I just didn't have any choice. So, and in fact, that's why I rent right now, because I'm still digging myself out of that hole, and we got another 2 years before I'm out of that hole. That's what I figure. So, anyway, that's why we hadn't bought a house sooner, and why we were another 2 years out on planning to buy this house. So, anyway, that's how things go. I'm not bitter about it or anything, because if I were bitter about it, I mean, just imagine how that would consume you. And so I, it's just part of life. It's what happened, and I don't know. So yeah, so I just moved forward, making a new life. I moved to Mississippi for a year, and then I moved out here to Florida. I've been here in Florida for 8 years now, and I got remarried and everything. So, life is good, and I got a roof over my head. So and I live on this on the lake here, and it's just beautiful. And I had planned on being facing the other direction, but here's what happens: it completely washes out my face. I can't, on this camera, on the cell phone, I can't set it to I haven't been able to set the lighting right. So in order for me to broadcast out here and have the lake as a background, I'd have to have a really bright light behind me here, and that just wasn't going to happen. Also, yeah, hey T Branch, I see you're a mod. Can you whack that mole? Um, so anyway, um, thank you, Sirion. Yeah, don't even need to time him out. That's just a ban. That's dumb. So anyway, um, you know, life deals us some really crappy circumstances sometimes, and that's just life. So um, you know, and I'm here to live my life and enjoy it. I don't give a shit about all that other stuff, you know. So when you're broke, which I've been broke all this time since I moved out here. I mean, obviously this is a nice place and everything, and I have a roof over my head. But in all honesty, I've been broke this whole time, and that's because of all of that debt from the previous company. And so, you know, it'd be nice once that is taken care of, but it humbles you to enjoy the little things, and it you know, simple pleasures. So yes, I have the lake in the backyard here, and it is very nice to look at. We got very lucky with this place. We got rent that was below the norm, and it was because I had such good references, and the landlord here had the previous two tenants both trashed the house, and he didn't want any of that anymore. And we've taken good care of the place, so we got a really good deal, and in 8 years, it's only raised the rent once by $100. So, you know, it's all good. It's all good. The you know, I'm glad that, you know, during coronavirus and stuff, that I have a home. I still have income and everything. I mean, there are some states that are in the 40-45% range where people have not paid their rent or mortgage in the last several months since the coronavirus stuff started. And so you know, I'm lucky in that regard, and you know, get your Eve codes through us. It keeps the roof over my head. Yes, and the other games that we support. So, speaking of which, we acquired an account today for Shroud of the Avatar, where it is the most epic character you have ever seen. I can't believe the skills on this character, and so we will be reselling that. I hope to have it available by Saturday if we can get everything done. And I'm going to show it on the show. So it's an amazing account. I can't believe how many GMs and how much free XP it has. It's amazing. So, any plans on playing UO Outlands? No. I don't plan on playing Ultima Online anymore. So, I don't see any reason to get back in there. Shroud of the Avatar is spiritual successor of Ultima Online from Richard Garriott, and that has been enough for me. So, What's my wife playing now? Yeah, she sold her stuff through our store. She's been playing a lot of 7 Days to Die lately. She got her new laptop, and she's able to turn 7 Days to Die up to full graphics on it and everything, and she's been playing the hell out of that. In fact, I reached out to Fun Pimps, they're the publishers of it, talked to them again about possibly being a business partner with them and offering the game. So if I do score that, then we'll be showing it on the show. We'll have some fun with that. So yeah. I'm surprised watching Shroud of the Avatar. You thought it was a cash grab? No, there's a lot of people who say it's a cash grab, but I haven't experienced that at all. You can just have a basic account, pay $20, and you can play the hell out of it. And you don't have to spend another dollar in it if you don't want to. And everything can be earned in the game. There's nothing in the game that you have to pay cash for. You can let other people do that and then sell it for gold and stuff. It just doesn't. It's good. Audio's good. Did I bring a mic out? No, I just have. It's a cell phone, Pixel 2 cell phone, and it does a pretty good job. I have a Pixel 2 here, Pixel 2 XL, and I enjoyed that, and I've used that a lot, but I wanted something dedicated for doing video and stuff, and so I record all my video on this phone that I'm broadcasting off of, and I do everything else off of it too. So it's been really good. It has a really good mic, and the camera stuff on it is amazing. So that's one of the reasons why I've chosen that. So let's see here. One of the things that I've often thought about, here are the cars, planes, and the birds. Well, I haven't got too many birds here at the moment, but had a whole flock of them in the yard a little while ago. One of the things I was thinking of is that and I've always kind of wanted to do this, which is to kind of go over some of the current stuff and just chat about it. So yeah. Did I have problems with my email today? Is there an email problem? Oh, was it all borked, and did it come in? I bet you it was sent out as plain text and it was supposed to be HTML. Not the first time I've done that. Yeah, did that happen? I bet you that's what I did. I've done that once before. Yep, I sent it out as plain text instead of HTML. Let's see here. Let me resend it out so that people actually know what's going on. All right. Yeah, and that's for those who normally watch on YouTube. This is the only way that they would know that there's a show. All right, so that's being sent out again, and there we go. All right. Yeah, so that kind of that sucks. That's the second time I've done that. So you found it in your junk mail? Yeah, it might have appeared in junk mail because it's just all HTML code, and so I don't disagree with spam filters saying that it was junk. So yeah, what streaming software am I using? I'm using Streamlabs on my phone. So yeah, it's not very interesting, And so it's just an application. I actually don't like what um, some of the stuff that they've done, but there's no good applications out there for streaming from a phone. So, oh, my neighbors are out next door now talking. They probably wonder what I'm doing. Actually, I think they know that I'm a live streamer, but I don't know. All right. So, um, you know, we. I would be interested in something here. So, how many of you? I mean, you don't have to say on this if you don't want to, but how many of you here have had troubles? How many of you here, let me put it this way, how many of you here have had your income disrupted by the pandemic? Like, is it just partly disrupted, or did you lose all of your income, or whatnot? Um, you know, because here in the U.S., it's looking like, you know, somewhere between 30 and 40%. So, um, you know, it's pretty crazy. And so, um, so Biggie, you've been made redundant, but you're okay financially for around 2 years. That's really great to have that. So, um, yeah. SSI, no problems for you. Okay, well that's good. Yeah, you can't find work because of the pandemic. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know that that when the pandemic first hit and everybody freaked out, that we went for probably 3 or 4 weeks in our store where people's buying went down to like 30% of what it was normally. And it's kind of normal. Anytime there is a major disruption, that happens. And you know, I've been doing this since 1998, and so like the Gulf Wars and stuff like that, and World Trade Center, and all of that stuff. When that stuff happened, we saw the same thing. We saw the same thing, that people just stopped buying, and so that hurt us a little bit. But um, then, you know, with everybody stuck at home, it came back up actually a little bit higher than what it was previously. And now it's, you know, it's probably a little bit less than normal, our sales are, but they're not bad. So, yeah. Yep. Yeah, so you got into playing Eve because of the pandemic. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's been a lot of new players coming in, and that's been fun. That's been good. It's been good. So, yeah, here in the U.S., they don't know. You know, the unemployment benefits have run out, and stimulus check stuff and everything. We've got even more people in need now than when they did the first round. And you know, our government just can't seem to get their ducks in a row to effectively put something together, and so it's basically run out for people, and um, and who knows when they're gonna get their act together and do something. It's my opinion that most people in the U.S. want to work. Not all. Some people are just very lazy, and if they're able to collect unemployment or they have other money means, they're perfectly happy with that and content with that. And but the I think that the majority of the people, given that even if they were making more on unemployment, if they were asked back by their employer, they would go. You know, or if they were presented another job. I mean, people want purpose. People don't want to just sit around forever. I can tell you yeah, I know there's another stimulus plan being worked out, but that's just it. It's just the stuff is run out, and they haven't been able to get another one together yet. Um, my wife and I, you know, usually we'd go out like once a week to dinner, just her and I, whatnot, leave the kids at home, and or we'd, you know, go to you know, farmers market, or we would do other things, and we haven't been doing any of that. So we're like chomping at the bit to get out of the house. You know, yeah. Our fun for the day is going out for a walk. Yeah, I wish I knew how to fish, and you know, if I I've been fishing a couple of times, but I've always had help. I don't really know how to fish. I certainly don't know how to clean fish. But you know, I got the lake back here, and I've got the we've got bass in this lake, and then there's also catfish, and you know, so there are um, um, the I could go fishing here, but I don't know how to clean a fish. So I think though, if we buy this place, if we get this place purchased like we're trying to do, then that's what I'm going to reward myself with, is learning how to clean fish, and then I'll go buy myself fishing pole and fish. There's no fishing license needed, I don't think, to fish from your yard. So I can learn cleaning fish in a day. I probably could. Probably could. I just never done it before. And, you know, I probably could learn cleaning fish through YouTube. So, but, you know, I actually, all I do is just post on our neighborhood site and just ask if any of our neighbors fish in the lake, and if they'd be, you know, willing to teach me a few things. You know, and then I get to meet another neighbor, and we have a good time. We have a few beers. I can walk to their place, you know, and fish in the lake here. So, yeah. So, you can get to open carry while fishing in Florida. I have no idea. Do they stock the lake? No, they don't. But the lake is connected to other bodies of water around here. So our lake is connected to other lakes, and it's a whole flood control system. And so we get plenty of stuff coming through here. So yeah, the homeowner association, our HOA here, they don't have any rules about fishing. It's a county rule. It says no fishing, but we haven't worried about that. So get a crawdad trap. Yeah. I have not seen crawdads here. I don't know that we have any. Crawdads, I think, need a little bit more movement in the water. They live in areas, I believe, that have moving water. This water does not move. I mean, it moves some, but not really. Speaking of water, we have what looks like it might be a hurricane by the time it reaches us, and I forget its name. Starts with an I. It's just past Puerto Rico now, I think, and its path comes right up Florida. And so it's looking now like it's due to hit us on Sunday. Uh, it'll probably be maybe a Category 1, which is not very strong. Um, Isius, something like that. I don't know how to pronounce it. And so they're predicting right now 65-mile-an-hour winds. So I don't know. Let's see. What is the wind speed of a hurricane? Oh, Category 1 is 74 miles per hour. So they're predicting 75. So it'll just be a high-end tropical storm. And so, yeah, I don't think we have to worry about that. We could get a lot of rain depending on what side of the hurricane or the side of the storm we're on, because it will have big rotation. And but I don't see wind destruction like we had for Irma. So Irma came over here. In fact, the eye went over the house at like, I don't know, 2 a.m. in the morning. I went outside in it, and it was absolutely amazing. I wish that it was in the daytime so that I could see the eye wall, because I couldn't see that, but I could see stars up through there, and it was really amazing because we had basically like 2 days of driving rain as it approached, and like real heavy rain. Like we got water in the house and everything, and it ripped off, stuff off our roof and everything, and it was pretty incredible. And so then when the eye wall went over, it was eerily quiet. And I stood out in the middle of the street, and it was really weird because instead of the wind constant from one direction, the wind was like little puffs, all different directions, and you kept feeling these puffs of air, and so it was just all mixed up. It was pretty interesting. You multi-box 16 accounts in WoW. I can't even answer that. So, Captain Minty Bits, hello. So it was pretty incredible, and the most incredible thing was all the frogs had been hiding and everything during the storm, and as soon as it let up in the eye wall, we had frogs everywhere in our yard. I mean, they were just everywhere, and it was so loud with all the frogs. It was pretty incredible. So, what am I up to today? This is the Plan B show, because the normal Eve show isn't going to happen today. My KVM went out at the end of yesterday's show, and I have another one arriving today. I can't properly control my stream machine, so eyewall is frog sexy time. So yeah, anyway, so that's gonna be interesting. If it really gathers in strength a lot or something like that, then you might see me cancel another show or two to get ready. But right now, it doesn't look like that at all. It looks like it's gonna hit us on Sunday. So, yeah. Yeah, we had every crack was exposed in our house, and these houses are, they're all cement walls and everything, but it's stucco type stuff on the outside, and they get cracks in them eventually, and so you gotta make sure that those are all taken care of. Oh, if I had a green screen, I could put up a backyard cam, put myself over it. That'd be awesome. I do have a green screen. I thought about it actually recently because I was like, thinking about changing some stuff up in my office, but didn't. Um, but it's still an option. Barbecue stream today, I don't have anything to barbecue. I'd have to go to the store stuff. And we're limiting how much we're going to the store because of the pandemic. So just lie on the grass and I'll get an instant green screen. I'd love to be on the other side here with the, facing the other direction. But what happens is that I get completely blacked out. So that's about the best that we get. I mean, I don't think you can see me very well. You can see me a bit, but it's just not very good. So, yeah. And then my poor connection. It says it went poor. Well, it's not the best in the world. The phone is great, but yeah. Do I ever fly a drone out over the lake? So I kept threatening to buy a drone and everything, and I decided not to because of the expense for a nice one. Because I would want a nice one, and so I decided it wasn't in the cards. I did also think about remote control boats, and that could be fun. So, and maybe in the future, if we buy this house like we're trying to do, I could see that in the future, most definitely. Yeah. So many rules with drones now? Yes, there are. And so, would I want an FAA license and all that stuff? I mean, man, it's just so much crap with that. So, yeah. I'd probably get one that's just under the limit. And out here would have good range. But anyway, boats. I think some speedboats out here would be a lot of fun. So, what do houses like this cost roughly? So, the houses here, which you can kind of see some of them there. So we have the second biggest house style in this neighborhood, and I don't know how many there are in that are the same floor plan or whatnot, but the houses here go for as low as about 150 up to about 350, and so ours is worth about 330, 340, something like that. RC monster truck that I can drive on the water. Yeah, but what happens when it stops in the middle of the water? Will it float back home? Did we lose connection here? There it is. So anyway, yeah, this is the Plan B show today. Yeah, on water you're going to pay about 30% more than stuff that's not on the water. So like this house is valued at $340,000. You'd be at about 270,000 if it was not on the water. And we have one of the best views here. I mean, we've got our view here. Oops, what did I just do? Change the camera there. So, we have our neighbors over here, and they're okay. And then we have all this property out here, all the way over here. And we've got a nice big yard. We could put up a nice big, we have plenty of room for like a pool and a lanai and stuff like that, which we would probably do if we bought the house. Start fishing. Get a boat that looks like an Eve ship, a Viking ship. Yeah, we can't go out on the water here. So, but I can fish in it. I'm pretty sure I could do a remote control boat in it. Stuff. I also have out in front of the house. We have another pond. So I mean, it's pretty big too. It's a pond that's I don't know, a couple 100 feet across. Yeah. Yeah, we could do live streaming of boats. That'd be fun. So, I see a giant wasp here eyeing me. I'm so not interested in giant wasps. I took down that wasp nest in the front. I don't like them. If he decides to come over here and bug me, pun intended, then that's going to be the end of the show. It'll be like a stream sniper. Yeah, there's a dog. That's another thing. Being out here on the water, we hear everything that goes on. I just got to notice that my switch is going to be delivered, the KVM, today, which I already knew. Living out here on the water, I'm sure that some of my neighbors across the water, since I'm facing toward the water, can hear what I'm saying. And it's just, the sound just travels across the water. Anytime anybody has a party in their backyard or whatnot, we can definitely hear it. So that's one of the downsides of living on the water. But I really enjoy it. So yeah, we don't have any jet skiing on this one. There is a community next door that they have a natural lake that's probably 5 to 8 times as big as this lake, and they do allow boats on it. And yeah, there's jet skiers out there sometimes. So, what's going on with the beard growth? Well, like this. I mean, my wife calls it my Twitch beard. And little yapper over there. Somebody's not happy. Now this I started growing. I haven't shaved since June 1st. So 2 months worth of growth there and here. Been considering growing out sides and down. I don't know. I might shave it off again. I know I'm going to shave my head. I just been lazy. I haven't been going out to any game conferences or anything. You know, all that shit's been canceled. So, no, the whole beard is not since the 1st of June. This right here is not since the 1st of June. The sides are. That much is. Yeah. So, yeah. I need a rattlesnake skin cowboy hat. Now, how about my, I have a John Deere hat. Dye the beard? No. No, because my beard, this is its natural color. If I dyed it, you know, and this is like 2 years of length, I'd have to, I wouldn't be able to get back in the natural color. It would just always look funny. John Deere hat is more cowboy. Yeah. So, You know, I've been looking here. That's another thing. When I'm out in the sun, which I had planned on doing, I had planned on sitting out there in the yard. I had to pull the picnic table up here. I had planned on sitting out there, but then I can't see my computer screen and I can't see chat. So, yeah. Let's see here. I'm looking at the news for today. There's a lot of Pokemon Go news. I still play Pokemon Go. And here, any of you play Pokemon Go? I'll show my code so you can scan it. I just got to boot it up. I still play almost every day. I don't know. I enjoy it. Yep. Let's see here. Oh. So I got an egg hatching. See what it is. Sandshrew? He looks like a normal one. Doesn't look shiny. And his stats are not good enough for me to keep. I won't keep him unless they're perfect. Shiny or perfect stats. That's the only things I keep. I transfer out everything else. So, or I do keep some that have special moves, but you know. Yep. One thing that happens to me out here, which is kind of funny, is you can see my guy walking here, and he will walk all over the place out here, and I can actually get mileage out here because of being right next to the water. And when I'm next to the water, the GPS stuff doesn't work right, and it causes him to run all over the place. And so I actually get mileage out of that. Isn't that funny? You know, and then I got one catch. I gotta do at least one catch a day, you know. I think I got him. True reason for living on the water? Yeah. And he's no good. So, here, I'll bring up my friend thing for if any of you are playing. And here, you can QR code that, and you can add me as a friend. Surprised I'm not running a bunch of Android VMs. Nah, I'm not into that. So, and here's my trainer code, if anybody needs just the code. So, I'll read it off here. 821818604804. So, send me a friend request. I'll accept. And exchange gifts, all that stuff, you know. Oh, good. One friend request sent. Excellent. Yeah, I'll pick those up after the show here. So, yeah. So let's see here. Wow. Dunkin' Donuts is closing 800 U.S. locations. Let's see here. I am interested in the next community day. It's going to be Magikarp. Here's some of my friendly neighbors. Let's see if you can see them here. Those ducks. Oh, I hold this up and they start walking the other way. They're very timid. They're not like ducks you see at the park. These are wild ducks that are like, screw that. He's holding something up. I am getting away. Nope, we gotta go the other way. He's holding something. Oh my God, it's a cell phone. Oh my God, it's a cell phone. Now, if it was the sandhill cranes, they would come right up to me, and I feed them and stuff. And they're big birds. They can stand as tall as like 4 feet. So, as soon as I put the cell phone back down, they're starting to walk this way again. They didn't like the cell phone. So, yeah. Let's see here. Now that wasp is back. Not interested in seeing him. So, I'm just looking at the news stuff here. I'm looking at it on my Chromebook, and Chromebook, I'm wondering if I'm logged into my account. You go to news.google.com, and as long as you're logged into your account, it should show you your news that you see on your Android phones. But it looks like it might be a little bit different. Bitcoin's up. Trump says he's considering banning TikTok. I'm just reading some headlines. Israel wants to use Xbox controllers in its tanks. Oh my. That'd be against First Amendment? Yeah, well, Trump doesn't care. So he just does whatever comes to mind. The ducks are trying to make it past here. I don't know, can you see them just right at the shoreline? They're just right down there on the lip. Yeah. Yes, Trump, the headlines say that maybe he wants to delay the election. Now, I don't care who the president is. That's not an okay idea. You gotta trust the process. So, it is not an okay idea to disrupt the process. So, yeah, that's just my opinion. Regardless of what party would say that or whatnot, I mean, if, war broke out or something like that, or something really big happened, a couple of days before the election or whatever, I could see postponing it a week or something like that, but I can't see, more than that. So, there's an aluminum can shortage. Yeah, there's a shortage of aluminum with the pandemic. More people are drinking their pop and their beer in cans, and so there's a shortage. Are you able to hear the wind? The wind is picking up. let's see here. Headline about Watchmen, the show. If you haven't seen Watchmen, the show, you should see it. It is amazing. I think it's going to win a bunch of awards this year. That's about the end of the news there. Not too much going on. Yeah. Is it much better than the Watchmen movie? Yeah, the Watchmen TV series is downright amazing. It's going to win a ton of awards, I believe, and it is so timely. It's a sci-fi, but it has to do with the Black Wall Street Massacre, which is a real-life event. You can get some hints of it in this show, and then go and look up that history, and it'll blow your mind. And yeah, I hope that it wins a bunch of awards, and I hope they do a season 2 and everything. So the guy who wrote it and directed it, I think, said that he wasn't up for season 2, and so a bunch of people said then they weren't willing to work on it and everything without him, because it's an amazing story. So you love the Watchmen graphic novel. It's 100 Times 100 Best Books. Yeah, I actually, that's how I first found out about Watchmen way back when. It's one of the few, I got it at a comic book store, and it's one of the few comic book type things that I actually read. So, but that was so long ago. Yeah, it was very, very much a long time ago. So, for those of you who just joined, this is Plan B, because my KVM broke at the end of yesterday's show. You guys were here, you saw that I couldn't turn off the stream and everything. And KVM is basically a keyboard mouse controller for controlling multiple machines. I can't use a software version because the software versions don't like how many monitors I have. They all have problems with that. So I have to use a hardware solution, and it's only a 2-port KVM, and the second port, which is connected to that machine, has gone out. Hey, Isaac.
Why, hello there.
You coming out here?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Why, hello, stream.
He knows I'm streaming.
Yes, very much.
So, what are you up to today?
Just playing video games.
What did you do yesterday?
Play video games.
How about the day before?
Play video games.
I think I'm raising him right. Yeah. So, what video games are you playing?
Minecraft.
Oh, and what are you doing in Minecraft?
Building.
Just building? I mean, just like in creative mode, or are you doing any competitive stuff?
Nah, yeah, sometimes PvP.
Yeah. Are you good at it?
Decent. Semi-decent.
Yeah. So, the stream says you need a beard.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah. So, what do you plan on doing tomorrow?
Playing more video games.
What do you think about how school is working out?
I don't want to go back to school.
Well,
Being very honest.
oh, you don't want to actually go to the classes?
Yeah, I don't want to go to school with coronavirus going around. That.
Right. But you're not opposed to going back to school?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, just as long as the coronavirus stuff's fixed.
Yes.
But you're going to do homeschool now?
Hoping to.
Well, I think you've been approved for it. Yeah. So the summer started early, and it's going to end late, because they extended it out another 2 weeks before school starts.
Yep. So that means it's long summer, longer summer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah. How do you feel about just having a camera talking to everybody on a mic?
I have no idea. I mean, now I would do it, but
I guess it's kind of like talking to your buddies on Discord while you're playing.
yeah, I'm kind of doing it right now.
Yeah. So, what's your favorite project you've done in Minecraft? Will you go and muzzle that dog over there? Oh, thank you.
Yes, I
They
do.
quit barking. Oh, never mind. So what's your favorite favorite project you've done in Minecraft?
I don't think a lot of people here would know what it is, but I like making SCPFs.
What is that?
It's basically like the secret laboratory, with these things called SCPs, and they're basically anomalies, and the Foundation is trying to secure them from the rest of the world, just to basically keep the world safe. But a lot of them are deadly.
Hmm.
We just like the SCP Foundation, just like the fandom and lore is actually pretty cool.
And do they make creatures, or do they make machines, or do they?
Just anomalies, like living things. Like they're pretty much living, or sometimes they're just like normal, like things that humans made, but and then they did something to it that made an SCP.
Hmm. So, how old are you now?
11?
All right.
12, I meant?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I forget.
So,
My own age.
when you're 13, you'll be old enough to stream on Twitch. Do you think you'd be a streamer?
I don't know. But it looks like one of you knows what SCPs are,
Yep.
which is epic.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, All right. Anything
Well-
else you want to tell them?
I don't know. Yes, SCPs are epic. You got that right.
Yeah.
999 and 131 has to be the two cutest SCPs. And there's some other cute ones.
They're numbers, huh?
Yeah, they're classified by numbers, but they do have names.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna go eat now.
Okay.
Oh, nice talking to you, stream.
Alrighty. Yep. Yeah, so he is the most likely candidate for being a streamer in the house. So he's also the youngest, and yeah, he is very smart, very quick on things. So, but you know, he's also got a bit of spunk about him. He doesn't. He bends the rules a bit sometimes. Yes. 100% would be a streamer. Oh my God. You know, he sometimes talks, and I ask him if he turned on streamer mode. Yeah. So, yep. Yeah. All right. Well, so I think we're pretty much about it for the show today. I'll get the Switch here. It's gonna be. It says it'll be delivered sometime before 9 p.m. and then I'll get it. I'll get it put in, and we'll be able to hopefully have a normal show tomorrow. As long as the storm that's moving towards us doesn't gain a lot of momentum and turn into a hurricane. If it turns into a hurricane, since that storm's supposed to hit us on Sunday, I'd need to right away start prepping for that. So, yep. Anyway, all right. That's gonna be it. So, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining the Plan B show, and you know, the show fund is actually going for a gaming laptop I can stream off of, and so it would work out perfect in this situation. I'm not suggesting that it's like you should go donate money right now or nothing. I'm just saying that that was the first thing I thought of when I was going to do the show today was that how can I stream from the backyard? So this is the best we got right now, but it works. Anyway, take care, everybody, and hopefully see you for a normal show tomorrow. That was the final shot of the yard. Woohoo! See you tomorrow.